Tragic Blaxican Stacey Dash is running for Congress, okay, and she running against the mayor um, of Compton. Um, what's her name? God dog, Mayor of Compton. Her name is Asia Brown. So Asia Brown is running Democrat and Stacey Dash, Blaxican Stacey Dash. Okay, I got a question for Stacey Dash. Now, and this is the problem. This is a Blaxican woman, a part Hispanic, part African American woman, part Latina, who voted for Trump. Her mother is African. Her mother is Mexican American, Linda Dash. And I forgot the dad Dash name. That's Dame Dash, some uncle or something like that. Okay, Aaliyah's boyfriend before she passed away, the one that married to Rachel Roy. Better call Becky with a good hair. Okay, then everybody was getting mad about Lemonade or Beyonce. Okay, Rachel Roy, better call Becky with a good hair. Well, anyway, Dace Dash uncle is run no, exactly. Her dad is African American and Afro. Well, he not pure African American. We know all of us are mixed, but in Afro Bohemian, something like that. And she was born in New York, and she coming to California to run for Congress. And I got a question for her. Since there's a black and brown division going on, and it did kind of unite with Trump, came into Trump. Can you unite the African American and Mexican American community, especially in South California? Can you do, instead of trying to run and coon for Trump, port your coon. Malachista, port your coon for Trump. Can you please tell me what you gonna do for the African American and Mexican and Hispanic? Well, not all Hispanic, Latinos of Mexican descent. You have Salvadorians. You have some Puerto Ricans besides Jennifer Lopez moving from New York to California. And you have Dominican. Yeah, there are Dominicans in California. Yeah, you have Guatemala, Belizeans. People from Belize. You have Guatemalans. You have Salvador. You have Hondurans and Nicaraguans and everybody. What I'm saying. So there's a lot of Latinos who are not Mexican down there too, but majority the Latino Hispanic population is Mexican, okay? And Stacey Dash's mother is Mexican descent, okay? So that makes her Blaxican, okay? So my question is, and there is a Blaxican community there, okay? And also a lot of Mexicans who are Afro-Mexicans are getting known in California. Of course, there's a lot of Mexicans who don't want to admit having African in it, but I'm talking about those who openly, like there was on a woman, and I can relate to her story because she said that she was called Hershey, and I never forget someone called me that, and I'm Caramel. When I was in El Paso, Texas, I wanted to cuss the bitch out, and she had to be Mexican American, okay? And she tried to add me with her fake blonde hair on my private Facebook, which I did add her ass when I was in Job Corps. I didn't add her ass on Facebook. Note that I did after what you called me that. We with the Mexican American who's the Afro-Mexican woman who's on, I think I shared it on my Twitter and also on Facebook. What is that? It's not Me Too. It's one of them Latino channels, okay? And she was saying that she was talking about as an Afro-Mexican family, Mexican population from Mexico. Well, she was called India and, called her indigenous, okay? And called her Pocahontas and Hershey. And she was trying to scrub herself in the shower, but she later on admit that she's a darker Mexican, Afro-Mexican woman, and she embraced it. But anyway, there's a community there, but we all know that the Mexican American population there is Chicano, okay? There are immigrants from Mexico that's there. The funny part, when I got into a fight with almost got into a fight with El Paso, Texas, the big Gemini was, saying that I talked about on my channel before. He was undocumented, and I was shocked. He was, I think he's illegal immigrant. I don't want to use the word. He spoke English very perfect and very Americanized, and everybody in the whole classroom looked like, why y'all looking at me? Well, because you're very Americanized. And I had a friend who's born in Los Angeles who lived in Juarez. He was an American citizen. He was Mexican American, but American citizen. His parents were from Juarez. He lived in Los Angeles, born there, and he lived in Juarez for a while. He had dual citizenship. He was, yeah. I know the guy who's in El Paso, Texas, born in El Paso, but lived in Juarez, and he speak mostly Spanish. For real. So he had, yeah. So y'all can't be calling somebody illegal immigrant because they speak less English, but they were born in the United States, born in the USA. Sound like born in East LA. I was born in East LA. I watched that film. Remember that old sister, the dark skinned sister, married that Mexican man. I forget the Mexican man. I'm not lying, that sister. I'm not watching that. Get away from me! And they got married. He showed it. And I actually know a sister that's camera like me. And I didn't know she was 1 year older than me. And she looked older. Yeah, she was 78. No offense to put it out there, but she, and I said, so when I found her last name was because she was doing some things she was supposed to do at her job, I ain't gonna say. I don't want to snitch on her when she already got terminated. But my point is, and when she went work with me, but anyway, when I found out her last name was, I said, she part Hispanic, because, is she mixed? No, her husband, well, she, of course, all of us are mixed, but I thought she was part Hispanic. No, her first husband was Mexican, okay? And he married her for immigration, okay? And it's not just, no, let's be real. It's not just Latin American men marrying sisters. There is a Nigerian baby, and I know somebody got in trouble marrying Nigerian men for somebody. Brother, I lied. A friend of mine snitching. I want to snitch when his sister got in trouble. Marrying Nigerian. Yeah, they doing some Nigerian marrying schemes and stuff. Anyway, this sister here married this Mexican man. And he married her for immigration, which later on they divorced. Okay, so she now dating this brother now, and she not a good person to deal with because just let it be known your stuff might not be missing if you hang with her. That's why I have to tell her business. I had to go there, but we didn't mention her real name though. And I ain't gonna be near her. And I never forget when I was going to a certain business, and I told her, please ring that thing up. Call out ears. And she refused. I said, no, baby, I don't want that thing beeping and you get me in trouble. I got money, I don't steal. This is, yeah, so I had to tell somebody that I know. And when we kept it a secret until later on she got fired and then the store got closed and whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry, because you gonna know, baby, you gonna ring something. She will ring another thing to, but you know what I'm saying, at a certain, and I said, don't you ever do that. And I said, I wish y'all stop saying that ain't gonna happen like you God. I get tired. Y'all remember I told y'all, I quote that verse in the Bible where Jesus, where St. Paul said in Corinthians that only God knows his thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, it's at the Spirit itself in Corinthians, I think 2 Corinthians. Okay, perfect. I hate when people try to tell me what's going to happen in the future. You know, they say memes and all that other stuff was wrong and psychics was wrong and about. So why y'all acting like y'all work for Dionne Warwick psychic hotline or what's the other psychic hotline? Miss Cleo, when Miss Cleo got in trouble, bought that white woman their psychic book and she got in trouble. Her callers was using that psychic book, that white woman psychic book, got her behind her. And she was born in California. She was born in Jamaica. Calm me down. She was born in Los Angeles, California, in Peterfield, like Mark Farmer. She showed in Miss Cleo, and she deceased later on. She died later on. Showed did. I think of cancer or something like that. But yeah, she got Miss Cleo. Shoes. She was a fake. She was. And I never forget when Fox News, not Fox News, but the local station said, called her, it was on Fox 26 News a couple years ago. They called her in Atlanta for shopping at the Atlanta or something. And the white woman told her, said, what are you doing out here? This is very rude. Should I put her Jamaican accent? Why do you follow me in the restaurant? And you know, dog, well, that old Miss Cleo was a fraud, born in Los Angeles, California, I know Kingston, Jamaica. And when they asked her, why are you telling your callers that you born in Kingston, in your birth certificate in Los Angeles, California, she pleaded fifth, like Mark Farmer did in the OJ trial. Anyway, let's get to the subject. She sure did, and she didn't want to go to jail. Lying, talking about, calm me now. Can y'all please stop acting like Miss Cleo? Talking about what's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen to you. Excuse me, you're not God. Don't be telling me that mess. I get tired of hearing that. Um, but the truth of the matter is, y'all, that Stacey Dash running. So I like to ask her a question: what are you gonna do for the African American Hispanic community that you belong to? Especially since mostly Mexican, because of course, from New York, where you're from, there are Mexicans in New York. Okay, besides Stacey Dash mom. Okay, the third group in Mexican, not in New York. Excuse me. Sorry, more together. The first group is Puerto Rican, Boricua. Dominicanos are the second large Latino Hispanic group in New York. And the third is Mexican Americans, okay? So y'all need to stop making these little stereotypes. But anyway, in California, since you, how can I say not Blaxican, because she not Puerto Rican. Yorker? No. New York Blaxican, okay. Since she a New York Blaxican, okay, like I said, New Yorican, like I said, Tex-Mex, and she like moving to California, like Cali-Mex, okay, Cali-Blaxican-Mex, okay, and she wasn't born a Cali-Blaxican-Mex, but there's a lot of Blaxican-Mex down there, Cali-Blaxican-Mexicans down there. Can she help the African American and Hispanic community get along? Can you start a black and brown coalition, Miss Stacey Dash, since you want to run for Congress? Because everybody not asking that question. That is my question. Can you please solve the black and brown racism in California? Can you do that, please, Miss Stacey, since you part black and part Mexican? Even though Mexicans, like it or not, have a triracial background, not a biracial, okay? The third race is African, okay? So point is third root, the center raíz. So please, Miss Blaxican woman from New York City, Nueva York, can you please tell me if you're going to run for Congress, besides Portia Cooney, being the Aunt your mama, the Blaxican Aunt your mama that fix breakfast tacos and pancakes in an Aunt your mama costume, and speak both Ebonics and Spanish and no English, okay, for Donald Trump. Can you please tell me, besides making breakfast tacos and fried chicken, okay, and tamales and pancakes for white racist people in the Trump Klan Republican rally, can you please tell me, are you going to help the African American and the Latino, especially Mexican American community in California, besides trying to be a sister who is a mayor of Compton, straight out of Compton? Can you please tell me what you're gonna do about your communities? Because it does not make any sense. Portia Cooney for this white man in the office who don't care about your part black and brown ass. Can you please tell me, are you gonna help your community? Okay, it doesn't make any sense to ask people to vote for your ass, and and both of your communities are suffering white supremacy, okay, or suffering drug dealing, killing each other over white racist poison, aka drogas, morta, coca, whatever, crack, whatever, opium, whatever, okay? Fighting over each other, and they ain't winning, and the positive population besides the African and Latino population growing and fighting. Are you gonna stop that situation, Miss Blaxican woman? Can you please tell me before you try to ask anybody in California for a vote? Are you gonna bring your communities together, Miss Blaxican woman, okay? Instead of trying to coon for a white man who don't care about your part black, part Latino ass. And don't get offended by me saying part Latino, because guess what? I have Spanish Creole in my roots, so I'm part Hispanic too. Doggone it. The islands in the family tree, okay? On my mama's side. Very proud of being conquistador, Afro-conquistador Creole, okay? Besides French Creole, okay? Truth of the matter is, are you going to fix your community? Are you going to stop this division? Are you going to put black and brown people, which is African Americans are not pure black, okay? But you know what I mean, black identified people, African descendant people, and Latino people, especially Mexican American descendant people, you're going to fix their communities. The body on the guitar, are you going to stop gentrification going on, which gentrification is an ass whooping in the book community, because y'all have been cooning and poetry cooning and call yourself the N-word and W word over some white supremacy that don't care about your ass. When I saw The Ku Klux Klan going to Pasadena, Anaheim, California, wherever those places they were, and saw African American people coming together in Latino. I was like, really? Y'all finally come together when y'all was acting like white supremacists, call each other the N word and the B words, and saying border jokes and monkey jokes and everything else. When white people who are racist don't care about both of the communities, okay? It just use both, just like Trump did in the state. You use African American people to attack MS-13, and then they try to use here in Houston this Jose Flores case. Then they try to use the brother who got ran over, God rest his soul, but the Guatemalan, not Mexican guy who they're trying to use the George Zimmerman situation. They try to use the students here in Houston where this Latino man, God rest his soul, was killed by some thug, you know what I'm saying? And they try, I call the brother thug because he makes us look bad, okay? It doesn't, I get tired of always using black and brown supreme crimes to try to divide, like that's gonna stop it. But we have white, where were my question is a Trump. Where were the victims of white racists after your campaign and during your campaign? For example, what happened at church shooting in South Carolina? Where were those victims? Okay, where the victims' family? What about the white supremacists that killed that Guatemalan young man in Florida and said guat hunting? Okay, what about the Mexican American woman besides the white woman? The Mexican American woman got hurt when that white man in Charlottesville ran over. What about, you know what I'm saying, DeAndre that got beaten, okay? And he had a Puerto Rican trying to take sides with white men trying, you know, your dog got some Afro-Mestizo background too. But anyway, my point is, you know what I'm saying, what about those victims of during your campaign and after the Mexican man, the Honduran man that got spit at the thing, okay? You don't talk about those victims, the white supremacists, white racist people who love Trump so bad, attack African American, Hispanic people. What about those victims? You don't bring up victims from the African American, Hispanic community to use your art to put a black and brown division, okay? And black and brown, African American people and Hispanic people who get involved in this are just coons and portals to me, okay? Doesn't make any sense to kill, because like I said about Trayvon Martin situation, if he was in Chicago, which is not all Chicago's shooting, but that's called like it is, he won't be stereotypical, he got shot. If Jose Flores here in Houston was in Mexico and why there's somewhere he got killed too. I'm not making fun of this, but I get tired y'all try to use like there's no, God dog it. Killers and murderers come in all colors. Okay? If y'all talking about a Latino shooting somebody down there in California or African American shooting somebody, okay, at the same time, if they would divide, okay, you're still going to have African Americans fight, African American people fight each other. You're going to still have Latinos fight each other. So my question is, y'all down there in California trying to cause division over some white racist powder, aka cocaine and crack, that white racist people want to see a population, African American, Hispanic people locked up, okay, and want to see a genocide. That's why on the news when there's African American people get shot or killed by the gang in California, Latino gang in California, and vice versa, they don't hardly put it on the news. And they try to get the further brown versus African American descent, division. And I'm hating this mess. I do. I really do. My heart goes out to the victims of this, but what about the white cops who kill African American people and Hispanic people as well? Are you going to get those victims on there, Mr. Trump? Don't use those victims. And then at the same time, as I saw that clip, did you know those people was Hispanic, Afro-Hispanic? You mentioned their last names. So you're trying to get the Afro-Hispanic and people who don't look black with some black in there, who look more mystique or whatever to fight. I get that mess. That's wrong. Because anybody can betray you. That's one thing. I'm not the perfect one. I do sin a lot. But guess who I trust? Thank you, Almighty. I don't trust humans. They have to prove to be trustworthy. I was telling a dark-skinned brother last week. He talking about me holding the Bible, white man killed me. I said, excuse me, so a brother can kill me too. Actually, I had a dark skin that his color 2 years ago tried to run me over with his Blaxican girlfriend, okay, that I don't want, because she's a hood rat, okay, so all that mess, he was a thug, and the funny part, she's a side piece, he's married, any point to tell their business, but It doesn't make any sense to try to make a white versus Latino versus mess. Okay? At the same time, I got screwed by a Latino dude. The next day, I got screwed by African American white. So can y'all please stop making an argument like everybody loyal to each other in each other's group? No, the hell they not. In Chicago, you got brothers African American killing each other. Okay? And you have people in Mexico killing each other. You have people in Venezuela, okay, in Salvador killing each other. So, and they not all look exactly alike, but they resemble each other. So what's the point of making that? Oh, all Mexicans gonna kill each other. Oh, and black folks, oh, mayates and majalos and all that. No offense to anybody, but it's stupid. It is. So Stacey Dash, instead of trying to coon for Trump when he don't care about your ass, what are you gonna do for your communities in California that's suffering? Since Hollywood don't want to have your ass working unless you want to pay a maid and make breakfast tacos and make pancakes and fried chicken and tomatoes for white people. I bet you 9-10 do that. At Fox News, you get the coffee ready for the white people, clean and janitorial work for the white people at Fox News. And next thing you make the pancakes ready for them and put the Angel Bible cost and make the breakfast tacos. They can have a soul Mexican food, okay, breakfast. You know what I'm saying? But then you start doing that, they say, well, we gonna fire you on your vacation because you ain't doing your job right up in here. And give it to a real white woman. Ain't Tommy Lorraine, what they did. That's why when she got fired from when Glenn Beck fired her, and next thing she got hired as Fox News. So they want some young, blonde, blue-eyed white woman, okay? And you now blonde, blue-eyed, pure white woman, because we know we got some your African American people got some cream in the coffee, and the Mexican side got the Spanish cream in the coffee. So that's called like it is, okay? It is what it is, but can you fix your communities down there in California, Miss Stacey Dash? Is that all coon for Trump? Portia Coonan, Malachisa Coonan, please sell out against your own peoples. Yeah, and she the door struck. And speaking of that, when the whole state of Florida's murder was case was going on here in Houston, y'all remember my video? She was campaigning for Trump. She endorsed him. The same time. And I told y'all, while y'all fighting over this black and brown in Houston, yo dumb ass don't understand me. This Blaxican woman is adoring, and guess what? Trump won. So did. I threatened to vote for Trump just to scare both communities. So that's, well, excuse me. No, and I didn't vote for Trump. I voted for Gary Johnson. Let me explain why. As I said in my video, you cannot make the argument that only white people can be racist. The reason why African Americans and Hispanic folks and other minorities fight each other because that lie. Yes, you're right. That white people have power in this country to be racist. But when you're participating in the same behavior with or without power, you're just as guilty. When you call them Mexican American wetback and spick, you're just as guilty as a white supremacist doing it. When you call them African American a monkey and mayate, which is Spanish, the Chicano version of the word nigga, because mayate is a black bug in Mexico and it's used for homosexual men because the cum out the ass, okay? Let's call it like it is, but in the United States, they can't find no other word for niggas. The word nigga didn't come from the Spanish language, okay? Point ass. And monkey and chungo and all that other stuff and all that other crap, you just as racist and guilty as a white supremacist. Don't use your minority and people of color card to cover that, okay? You just as guilty. Just as guilty. I call it like it is. It doesn't make any sense to emulate people who really don't love you. I call it like it is. Emulate their bad behavior. Because in any day, I said before, in California, no African American descended man and no Mexican or any other Hispanic origin man runs California. White people do. Yes, it was by Mexican people. Yes, there was some Afro-Mexican, indigenous, and mestizo who co-founded Los Angeles, and a Mexican-American man, Nestor, whatever his name, Mutual Mistrust. I read that book before I came back to Houston about African-American Hispanic population. He talked about stuff in Houston, talked about those in Los Angeles, in Miami when the Colombian racist cop shot one of the brothers down there back in '89. Rodriguez, whatever. He talks about the Black and White division and the gang war in Los Angeles and everything else, and talk about in New York, something happened in New York as well. Okay, at the end of the day, okay, you're just as guilty. Anyway, the point is, he mentioned in the Afro Mexicans that was with the Spaniard, the conquistadors. They confounded Los Angeles along with the Native Americans who were in Mexico and also the mestizos. The Spaniards did not co-found in Los Angeles. Okay, and one thing to add to this history, Pia Pico, not Pia Pico. Is it Pia Pico? Is it Pia Pico? Padre Pio. Not Padre Pio. That's one of the priests in the counters. No, Pia Pico. Pia Pico, Governor Pia Pico was the last Mexican governor. And there's no lie. He was Afro Mestizo. His own relatives, there's videos of it, and people in Mexican American doing it on C-SPAN. I knew this because PBS Frontline talked about that too, of one of the famous mixed race families, okay? And they says that African American, he because they was trying to because he's because Mexican because California became part of the United States. But let's be real, it wasn't African American descent; it was Afro Mexican descent. One of his ancestors, I think grandmothers, our great grandmother was a mulata according to Mexican census, and then they had when they had the Las Casas, yeah, the caste system. Okay, so a lot of folks did not know that the last Mexican was out, and I said that when if he was alive, he'd be rolled in his grave. It's weird that his birthday's on Cinco de Mayo. Yes, his birthday's on Cinco de Mayo. Actually, that's my grandma and dad's birthday too. But point is, because they're mean Taurus. But truth of the matter is, for real, a lot of that's the last Mexican government, and you can tell that little bushy curly hair he had, his old picture. But that's no lie, he was Afro mestizo. Okay, he was, you know what I'm saying, um, and so therefore he wasn't. A lot of people do not know the history, and I think it's sad that African American and Hispanic people in our schools were taught white history. That's why we talk about slaves and Harriet. Don't offense to time, but y'all, it's more to the story. They were free people of color. Many of the slaves crossed the Rio Grande too. Can call nobody a wetback when you know you're African American and maybe your family members were crossing the Rio Grande to get away from some massa in Texas and the rest of the Southwest. Because even though there was no slavery in the West and Southwest, the idea of taking the Southwest so they can expand their slavery. Okay, talking about the white Anglos here in the United States. They drug Santa Ana. We found a mulatto. Okay, Yellow Rose, Texas. Okay. And a lot of folks know that John Horse, the Black Seminoles, they were Creoles who went to Mexico to even know like New Orleans. Okay, a lot of people went to, not a lot, but there were people who African who went to Mexico to get away from slavery. Okay, and when the Southwest was part of Mexico, and I'm glad Ice Cube mentioned that when he was talking about the protest against Bush back in 2006. He said a lot of folks don't know Mexico opened its door. A lot of African Americans did go. It actually is a book. I had to get that book, Black California, and they made business. There was no black and brown. This is a white indoctrination, white race indoctrination. Okay, the black. Thank you. To put pinning one against each other. Okay, you know what I'm saying. The William Lynch syndrome, should I say, in our community. So truth of the matter is, we're related. Okay, I'm not with that. Hating Mexican and hating black. And when I see that mess, I say the same thing. You're just as guilty as a white supremacist. I don't give a damn if you had no power or not. Okay? I bash both Cat Williams. I hate people compare because I know my voice sound like him and I look like Cat Williams. I bash Cat Williams and I bash George Lopez. And sad part, they both was in Phoenix doing this racist shit. Trying to act like Kramer. I don't take sides of that. I don't like that. And I'm from Texas, and let me let you know, I will go to Rio Grande too. I would not be here. Y'all want to be in here, be called all type of niggas by white supremacists and people? No, baby, I will cross Rio Grande too back in the day in the slave race. I face piranhas, excuse me, and snakes and anything else, sharks. There were sharks in the Rio, but still, anything to get away from that massa. Y'all like oppression? I don't. I hate oppression. Okay? So I'm not with that black on brown and call somebody a wetback and call somebody and all that other stuff. I'm not with that. I'm a wet black, okay? You know what I'm saying? You know that my Spanish origin is from Louisiana, okay? But still, I would cross the Rio Grande and become a Mexican citizen and not be part of the United States with the case in it, okay? And I almost did when I was going there. I saw me go to the bus trying to go to Mexico, trying to find a ticket, but I ain't got the movie expenses. That's why I ain't left yet. I'm working 2 jobs right now. When I get enough money, I am leaving this country. And I was hurt when Playa del Carmen had that bomb. No, it had some type of drink going on. Yeah, that's the safest part of Mexico. I was going to move down to Playa del Carmen right there by Cancun. But I'm still going. I don't give a damn what y'all say. I ain't like there was nothing going on down here. We had a school shooting in Florida. Ratchet ass Florida. Come on now. Shit. And these Trump supporters acting a fool, acting thug, get out. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So y'all get on my nerve, but like I say, I tell people, I never forget what I'm talking about, that if you're a Mexican, you deal with a child process, excuse me, what's different in the hood here in the ghetto, the brothers on the block, they know different child process, they'll kill you too, god dog. So therefore, I'm talking about the thugs. I get tired of people trying to compare stuff, and the comparison is so inaccurate and so contradicting to it's beautiful. But dangerous people come in all colors, okay? Evil people come in all colors. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, to Stacey Dash, whatever you're trying to, I'm not for this thing where you're running because your politics. But if you're trying to get a vote, how about fixing those communities down there if you're going to be Congress? How about stopping this black on brown? You are Blaxican. You represent a population down there. Can you fix that mess, Miss Stacey Dash? Since you say you come from the Bronx and you're tough, okay? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay? Because 9 out of 10, I would tell you something. If she fixed me, I'd probably give her a vote if I was in California. I don't like that bitch. But I call like this, we gonna fuck. I'm sorry. The black and brown, black identified people and Hispanic people, and I have not seen no progress. I'm not from there. I would like to see if it is. It's proving me wrong. But to have this African American and Hispanic division, and knowing that these communities do not benefit from it, white folks use them just like they use about the situation. Yeah, I may work in janitorial right now on the side while working security on the other end, because you get unemployment, you cannot reject a job, okay? Because here in Texas, if you're doing part-time temporary, you have to take what a job they give you, okay? That's part of rent money. But purposely, even though I get paid 10, 11, 7, okay, to all my business, the truth of the matter is, per se, my preference on a huge level is not to do that mess. If an immigrant wants the position, trust me, I don't mind them taking it, okay? All right? So, truth of the matter is, I like a high-wage, prestigious CEO positions. I am upscale. I do not want to work at McDonald's, okay? Or any other, thank you. So, an immigrant of any country, any race that want to take that position, by all means, I know my history. And y'all go to the African people who are poor and tell them that Mexicans and other Latinos taking their jobs. But these are jobs that Jim Crow racism forced on us. These are jobs that Martin King fought against. Okay? So, like I saw earlier today, I get tired of seeing brothers shoot shine. What? Can I say something, y'all? Why in 2018 I still see brothers shoe shining, especially white folks, as I was doing some Hispanic folks as well, shoes. Why do I see this mess? And it's all brothers. And even not the bash, the club I went to last year, when I went to, and I saw, bro, I like, don't be looking at it because I'm around Hispanic folk. Your ass over here shine some damn shoes. That's some slave shit. Go shine some Trump shoes, bitch. Don't time looking at me like weird because I play up to my freedom. You still have my. Did I say that those who said integration ruined us, which it didn't, okay? Integration helped us, those who believe like slaves, act like slaves, and ruin them because they know how to use their freedom and they want to use it to intimidate everybody use their freedom. This is a thing on the plantation, okay? Or during Jim Crow days. The truth of the matter is that if you live as a free person, you get to do whatever you want. Because I ain't shining nobody's shoes. I clean tar with everybody. I ain't shining no damn shoes. I'm not shining no damn shoes, especially to a white person. Anybody, I'm not doing that. Hell to the no. Hell to the motherfucking no. Okay? And I see brothers older than me doing this shit. Why? But I bet not hear no coon come out your mouth because you chose to be a coon for some paycheck. I'm not shining nobody's shoes. Especially a white man's shoes. It's not going to go back hell to no. Y'all love your oppression. I'm like Fred Douglass. He didn't fuck with slaves who want to be slaves. If I was Harriet Tubman, I said, well, Harriet Tubman said, Miss Sister Harriet Tubman, do not save them damn people. They don't want to leave the plantation. They'll go back and tell Massa. Let them be where they at. They don't want to be dehumanized, and they think it's part of life. And that's their place. They let them stay in their oppressed place while we go have fun. Because it's on them. It's on them. A car like this. And I would trust me, if Harriet Tubman said, you want to be free? Hell yeah, I'll be free. I ain't scared. Let's get out of the plantation together, sister. I'm not staying in this damn plantation. But those who love it, shh, let them stay where they at, like a dumbass. I call it like this. They don't love it. They love freedom. I mean, they love freedom. I love freedom. They love their oppression. I know. And I don't fuck with, even today in 2018, there are brothers and sisters of any shade, hair, texture, who still act like this is Jim Crow. Yes, Trump trying to make it that way, but during the time before Trump got the seat, your ass act like we still living back in the day, and I ain't trying to live them days. I'm glad born to hell 7-9. Thank you. So therefore, those who love oppression, stay where you at and leave me and those like myself the fuck alone. We'll let you stay where you at. But don't get bad, man. You didn't want to help us. No, you didn't want the help, so I'm not wasting my time with those who don't want help. Shit, you love to be old treated like trash. I'm not going to stop you. Just like at first I was mad at ghetto gaggers and Latino throats. They don't race play their life. Well, you know what? I ain't mad at them. I'm like Tupac. They like being abused by white supremacists and treated like trash. If it turns to a hate crime, I don't feel sorry for their ass. Thank you. They stupid enough to be treated like trash and allow it to be treated like trash. It's the truth. I'm gonna call it like this. So they don't have no self-worth. Like for example, I support Black Lives Matter, Latino Lives Matter, and name matter, but when I start seeing somebody act like a do nothing thug of any of those groups on purpose, I'm getting to the point of not supporting their doggone life. You choose, you making us minorities look terrible. Call like this. Making us look terrible. For real. I call like this. I don't want to hear about staying at the bottom and you doing, and I do not want to hear nobody. Oppression. I cannot defend your rights. You got to accept freedom and go against oppression. Okay? Well, anybody says that I gotta go, Miss Blaxican sister. Please help your communities if you're gonna run for Congress. That's all I gotta say.